plants or actual plants. My good friend Modi, who was then the director of pilot plant section, extended all assistance to complete these plants. Dr. Jawan and my friend Modi are here. One of the challenging tasks that I completed was the safe disposal of 182 tons carbon disulfide left behind after the close of Condobolizumab complex at Chandragana in 1997. This was disposed by building an incineration facility involving design, construction, operation. This was the first indigenous process engineering endeavor in the country. This work was undertaken in 2007 and 2008 over a period of 15 months. They saved the country from an environmental disaster, from the uncontrolled release or explosion of carbon disulfide due to failure of the storage tanks, which had been immersed in water since 1997. It was a time bomb ticking slowly to initiate the environmental disaster around Chandragana and the Condobolizumab River. While undertaking this project, I have found that our engineers, technicians working in the industry are capable, competent, and smart. I have successfully made an endeavor to introduce the textile wastewater treatment process with chlorine gas in collaboration with the local chemical industry, ASN Chemicals Limited. About 30 textile wastewater treatment plants have been operated based on this process since November 2008. The Department of Environment Bangladesh has thus far refused to approve this indigenous process, and its reasons for refusal are technically untenable. Large-scale adoption of this process based on chlorine would have made textile wastewater treatment significantly cheaper and technologically simpler. If UAE had approved the process, by now our water bodies, including the river and wetlands, would have become environmentally clear. While working with the engineers from Germany, Japan, France, England, USA, USSR, Canada, India and China in different chemical process plant projects, I found that our engineers are equally good to the task. Sometimes we perform better as we are aware of the local conditions and past mistakes. They and we analyze and solve the technical problem the same way. I have worked with Jordan of model erection for many years, dealing with the development of process and equipment. This involved innovation and adaptation. While working with Lake Bodulalam of water chemicals, we worked on process-related problems, including scale-up. Both Koni and Botu are our chemical engineering graduates of 1970 and 1984. Jordan Koni is here. My colleagues in the department were associated with some of these works mentioned above, and their names include Professor Mahmood, Professor Nuruddin Ahmed, Dr. Khaliqur Rahman, Dr. Shihadul Islam, Dr. Sardar Ali, Dr. Ikhtiar Umar, Dr. Dila Puza, Dr. Khaliq Ahmed, and many others. We have shared our ideas and worked professionally. Discovering my roots. My roots lie in Bangladesh. My ancestors were humble farmers. They had a green, sustainable life. For the last 6 generations, we have been living in the same village at the same homestead. Our ancestors are buried in the same family graveyard. Only during the first 100 years, we have been in touch with current education system. My father passed metric with letter in mathematics in 1927. He started his career as a teacher. He later joined the police department as a literate constable and left the job to join the registration department. At the time of his death, he was a head clerk. 2 of my great-grandfathers taught in the madrasa. Today, in our family, we have several PhDs, engineers, doctors, MBAs, bankers, lawyers, economists, and teachers. I always remember who I am still smell the scent of a farmer in my sweat. Our family title Mulla is derived from some of our ancestors because of their association with Matras and Maktab. They have never been mosque-oriented mullahs, but simply religious persons. My mother. A mother is an integral part of a child's life. In my case, after the sudden demise of my father, I discovered a new motherhood in my mother. My mother, along with my elder brother, who had been working at NDFF, took the helm of our family, consisting of 7 school and university going young boys and girls. She provided us all with care, support and strength to carry on our education. She was our shade and light support. She was a strictly disciplined person with a vow to see every one of us receive a proper education and get settled in life. She was for us the symbol of unity and strength. She was a determined, courageous mother who blessed her sons to join the Liberation War of Bangladesh in 1971 as freedom fighters. She was very proud for being a mother of freedom fighters. When she passed away 29 years after my father, I realized that the lamp that had been lighting our life and heart has extinguished. In her death, I discovered that she had not only been our mother, she had been more than a mother and grandmother to many in our localities. Her passing saddened them, and they came forward to give her last rites ahead of us. Whenever I think of my mother, my eyes get wet, and I see her blissful glowing face in the rose made for the final destiny. My family. I am blessed with a wonderful family, with my wife Nazma providing necessary centripetal force bonding us together. She has always been caring, considerate and charming. She is a loving mother who has passionately raised our 2 sons, tempered with discipline and self-respect. She is their mentor. She is a successful homemaker who has made our life easy and enjoyable. Ahmmed has been teaching in his English medium school for about 2 decades, and she is now the principal there. She has managed school and home very well. Our sons are very much proud of her management. Our elder son Asif and his wife Shazia, who are civil engineering graduates of BUET, have earned PhDs in civil engineering from McMaster University, while the younger son Adnan has got BBA and MBA from IB of Dhaka University, and his wife Sharmi a BBA from Independent University. We are blessed with 3 loving grandchildren, Aryan, Raya and Shazian. Nazma has made my life and career pleasant, providing support, strength and encouragement. All our grandchildren, sons and daughter-in-laws are fond of her and enjoy her companion. She is a pleasant listener, passionate listener and admirable companion. She has been at the center of our family where holding steadfastly all the stones. Our life has always been full of excitement and pleasant surprises. We have made it cheerful with sugar and spices. Nazma being the only daughter of her father, who had held ministerial positions in the government of Bangladesh for many years, remained detached and unnoticed by preserving her self-respect, though she was very closely attached to her father. My graduate students and my realization. I have considered my graduate studies leading to PhD as a training of mind, preparing myself for undertaking research or investigative type works in new areas. Since my graduate research, which was related to non-Newtonian heat and momentum transfer in the turbulent flow, was of no relevance to Bangladesh or to industries, I decided not to burden my students by pursuing the topic here. What I did was to encourage the students to undertake experimental work for understanding and experiencing what happens, how does it happen, why it does not happen, what limitations are encountered. I have rather concentrated on process development and technology acquisition type works. I engage my students for studying all kinds of unit operations and novel separation methods by constructing operating experimental rigs from scratch. For me, this was a satisfying learning endeavor, and it enhanced my professional competence while the students found their works both challenging and exciting. They learned how to build and break, how to operate and fail, and all the difficulties involved. A major drawback of our engineering education here is that we have severely failed to understand the insight and sequence involved in devising a product or system. From the multiplication table to electronic calculator, from steam engine to rocket engine, from a land phone to cellular phone, from castor oil to GTA, or from palm to antibiotics, we as a people have not contributed little. Nor did we endeavor to acquire technological competence to repeat this ourselves to become self-reliant technologically. We have not learned